A theater friend of mine recently posted a question about how to cope with rejection in acting, and that made me realize that somewhere along the way, I actually stopped caring so much about rejection. I just don't get upset as much. Hi, my name is Belgica, and I'm an actress in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I make acting related videos. So if you're interested, please go ahead and subscribe right now. When I used to audition for theater a lot more, I remember feeling so great after the audition. Of course, I'd be terribly nervous before the audition, but most of the places I've auditioned for in the Bay Area for theater, everybody is so warm and friendly, and I would just leave the audition room really confident because whoever was auditioning me would say something like, "Oh, great job. That was such a great monologue," or "It was so great meeting you," or just very positive things. And then I would never get a call back. I mean, I must have gotten a call back somewhere along the line, but I feel like most of or all the projects that I did in theater outside of college were from people I already knew, so they would just cast me uh just because they knew my work. But that was back when I maybe would audition like 5 times a year, which that has changed a lot. I think I used to not audition as much, one, because there's not as many theater auditions, and two, I was probably definitely afraid of rejection, and that I don't know where it has changed, but I think it's due to the fact that I audition a lot more now and I don't audition for theater anymore. For some reason, theater auditions for me are so nerve-wracking because you have to choose the monologue, and I have never had a monologue where I feel 100% like, yes, I love this monologue, I got this, I'm so confident. Like, I've never felt like that walking into a theater audition. So that might be a reason why I never got called back, but I just used to be so afraid to audition. I want to say what changed me from fearing rejection to not really caring so much was the fact that I audition so much more now. Like, at least I have one audition a week at the very, very least. And I just am always looking forward to the next audition. So I don't really have time to think about, like, oh, that audition went really well. I wonder when they're gonna get back to me. I wonder if I got the gig. Like, I just don't have as much time, I guess, to just sit and think about my audition, think about what I could have done better or whatever. For me, that was the key. And whenever I would go to an audition and I would just do really great, I would do little celebrations, like get a cone of ice cream or go shopping and get some lipstick or a shirt or something like that, like little victories kind of thing. And I just really enjoyed that. I've also heard of some people who make sure they schedule something after the audition, which I do that with my boyfriend. Like, if I know that I'm going to find out whether I got something or not on a certain day, I am always like, okay, whether I get it or not, we have to go do something fun because I don't want to be thinking about it. And if I do end up getting the gig and we do something fun, then it's kind of like a celebration, right? But if I don't get it and I really wanted that role, this only happens a few times that I'm just like, I really want that, that I'm like freaking out about it, then I would definitely try to just make my mind think about something else. I do want to say that rejection to me sounds like a no forever, and in acting, most of the time, it's just a no for now because they don't know what project they might need you on in the future. You don't know what they might need you on. So rejection in acting is just it's not permanent. So I think if you're an actor, you should just let go of that. Even if you have auditioned 5 times for this particular casting company, it's a good sign because they keep bringing you in. They keep wanting to see you, possibly cast you this time. But if it's just not working, like, keep going, because they are inviting you to come audition and again. So it's a good sign. Dealing with rejection in acting is something that you really have to find for yourself and see what's going to work for you, because it's part of the game, and you just have to figure out how to deal with it and how to make it something that isn't something negative, something that is hurting you, in just like your personal life or emotionally. So you should find something, like if it's going on a long run, something that distracts you, something that you're not thinking about. Did I get that role? Did I get that role? Oh my God, I didn't get it. I can't believe I didn't get it. Like that's just really bad for you. As actors, we need to remember that constantly looking for the next audition, constantly looking for the next job is just part of our careers. A lot of people freak out when they have to go out and find a new job because they have to look for interviews and meet all these people, and it's like first dates and they're all nervous and stuff. But for us, most of the time, you go to way more auditions a week than you book gigs. So for me, I'll maybe book between 1 and 3 jobs a week that's acting related, and I'll probably go to between 1 and I think the most auditions I've done in 1 month was 18 auditions. So I've definitely gone to way more auditions than I have booked jobs. So it's just part of it. A while ago, I saw somebody that posted on Facebook, like, when do you know that you should stop auditioning for a company? Because, they I think they were asking this because they had auditioned for a certain company and they hadn't gotten cast. I do think it was more related towards theater, but it's also in on-camera acting, which I do just on-camera acting now. I was surprised by that question because why would you miss out on an opportunity to audition just because they keep saying no to you? You never know if maybe the person that didn't particularly like your acting works somewhere else now, and somebody's going to book you, or if that person's on vacation and somebody else is doing the castings. Like, you never know. So I would say just always keep going to those auditions as long as they're still inviting you. Like I said earlier, that's a great thing that they keep inviting you, that they keep wanting to see you. So no matter how many times a casting company or theater has invited you to audition and hasn't cast you, I think you should still go, because every time you go to the audition, they get to know you a little better and they start to recognize you and learn your name and stuff like that. So they get more of an interest to work with you. Coping with rejection as an actor, I think the way to go is to just look at it as a different way, because we're taught that rejection is bad. Like, when this is a weird example, but when you get like a kidney transplant and it rejects it, which is very bad, that's like your body rejects it. Like, it's not going to accept it. It's not going to work. And in acting, that's I think that's a wrong word to use, because they're not rejecting you forever. Like I said, different people will be casting, different opportunities will arise, so never take it personally when you aren't being cast. Always strive to be the best actor, of course, but never let no's put you down and make you want to quit. Let me know in the comments if this has ever happened to you, because it's definitely happened to me a couple of times that I wasn't going to go to the audition because I was like, I'm going to probably not get cast in it, or it's not worth it, or whatever, and then I end up going to the audition and I have so much fun, or I get cast. Let me know if that has ever happened to you, because, it was going to be like a missed opportunity, but you ended up going and loving it.